So Chopper is the one being said to be the most likely character to become the forest god, and that is because of his appearance and the devil fruit he consumed, which is the Hito Hito nomi. However, in this theory, it is suggested that the model of the devil fruit Chopper ate is called the Hito Hito nomi, model Cernunnos. Cernunnos is known in Celtic mythology, and we will discuss that later. But going back, Chopper's character is once again being linked to two mythologies, and as always, Greek mythology is one of them. So let's start with Greek mythology. According to Greek mythology, reindeers are said to be the essence of life because of their warm fur. Greek mythology has a rather unique perspective when it comes to reindeers. They are considered the very essence of life. In connection to Chopper, we all know that he became a doctor, and before long he even learned to create his own medicine and antidotes. This became Chopper's way of helping the Straw Hat Pirates, essentially giving them life after intense battles, especially Luffy. As we all know, after a fierce battle, Luffy is often left on the brink of death. This is where Chopper's role becomes crucial. He is the one who heals and treats Luffy. So, when looking at Greek mythology, we can say that Chopper somewhat fits the idea of a forest god. There is a valid point here. Chopper is the one who brings Luffy back to life after his near-death experiences, as he is the one who heals his injuries. But that's not all. Now let's move to Celtic mythology. This is where Cernunnos, whom I mentioned earlier, comes in. In Celtic mythology, the forest god is known to have antlers, just like Chopper. But aside from that, the forest god is also said to be the healer of all wild animals in the forest. This role aligns perfectly with Chopper's character. Both serve as healers. However, one of the most important and interesting aspects of the forest god is that it is also considered a reviver, one who restores life. This is quite fascinating because, as we all know, Luffy was recently declared the sun god after awakening his devil fruit, which turned out to be the Hito Hito nomi, model Nika. So given this, there is no question when it comes to Luffy being the sun god, we all agree that he truly embodies that role. Now, in Celtic mythology, it is also said that the forest god is the one responsible for reviving the sun. This directly connects to Chopper because, as we've established, Luffy represents or symbolizes the sun, while Chopper is the one who revives him. Based on this, we can say that there is a chance for Chopper to be considered the forest god. Additionally, Chopper is the one who preserves Luffy's life after battles and will likely continue doing so in future battles. The role of a healer is tied to the forest god, and that role belongs to Chopper. This is another strong point supporting the theory that Chopper is the forest god, as it aligns with the characteristics described in both Greek and Celtic mythology. However, some argue that it was originally believed that Law would be the one to revive Luffy. Many people speculated that Law would use his ultimate technique, or ability to revive or heal Luffy during the final war, where Luffy's condition is expected to deteriorate to the brink of death. It was even suggested that Law would sacrifice his own life to save Luffy's. This theory has been around for a long time and remains one of the most anticipated possibilities. But if we base it on this theory regarding Chopper, if Chopper is indeed the forest god, then Law sacrificing his life for Luffy may no longer be necessary. The abilities of the forest god should be enough to save Luffy if such a situation arises. Additionally, the role of the forest god is to be a support figure, a healer. That means it wouldn't be Law but Chopper who would be responsible for healing and reviving Luffy. So when it comes to whether Chopper fits the role of the forest god, if we base it solely on this theory and the two mythologies that support it, I would say that Chopper fits perfectly. The connection between Chopper's character and the forest god described in both mythologies is undeniable. They share strikingly similar traits. So, based on these mythologies alone, it is highly possible that Chopper could be the forest god. However, on the other hand, would it be too much if Chopper were to become the forest god? Because if that happens, the Straw Hat Pirates would have not just one but two gods, Luffy as the sun god and Chopper as the forest god. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, do give it a like and also subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos.